In this quick video, we will populate the ceilings with some lights, and we'll apply a pattern that ensures that these lights are spread apart evenly and are not clumped together. So open up your theme editor and switch over to the pattern matcher. Now here we are going to populate, just like how we've done with the ceilings, we're going to populate the entire ceilings with a free light slot marker, and then use that to query the surroundings and insert a light if it's surrounded by free light slots. So before we start, let's go ahead and disable all of our ceiling props so that we can visualize it, and we will enable them back later. And then create a new pattern, call it ceiling light scatter or ceiling scatter light. And add a new rule, marker exists. So insert a marker named light slot. Let's go ahead and create a marker node and use one of these for debugging. And we want this to be on the top, so go to the node that is emitting this marker and just copy the height from ceiling. All right. Now when we place a light, let's say I place a light over here, I want to do so where I have empty tiles around it. Right, so let me go to a bigger scene like this. So I do not want a light right next to it. Instead, I want a light here and maybe one over here. So when I place a light, I want to make sure that we have light slots all around it. And when I do insert it, I'm going to remove this light slot so that the next one, when it's making the check, it will check whether there is the light slots are free around it, and if there's a light here, it would have removed this, so it's not going to insert here and it's going to insert a bit further away. So that simple rule can be used to distribute the lights apart. So right click, create new rule, marker exist, and all right, so I want to make sure that this marker exists and we have light slots all around it. So right click, copy rule, paste, 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 and if that is the case, then we will insert our light. So let's make a marker here, emit marker, ceiling light, and we want to get rid of the light slot. So that the next one, when it's making a check, this won't be there and it will not put it right next to it. So you see we have a light slot removed here. This is where we'll get our ceiling light. Another one here, and we don't have it here, which is fine. It's the intended behavior. So all right, so let's create the ceiling light marker. Copy this, switch over to the theme graph, and right click, add a marker node, and go ahead and add your ceiling light. Now if you head over to the Foundry meshes and then the props folder, you'll find a few variations of the light. So we've got light one, let's use this one, add it in the ceiling light, and we get the lights here, and we need to copy the height of this onto the ceiling. So let's go and fix that real quick. Go to the rule where you spawn the light slot, ceiling light, and copy height from light slot. All right, so we got the lights working. They are nicely placed and we have some space between them. And now we want to activate this and make it work together with the props. So how do we deal with the props? How did we decorate the props? We started by populating the ceilings with a ceiling slot, and then we look for the ceiling slots, and when we do take those slots up, we delete those ceiling slots, signifying that another prop cannot come in its place. So we could use that when scattering the lights. After we have scattered the lights, we can get rid of the ceiling slot in that place so that other ceiling props cannot come in its place and overlap with the lights. So let's do just that. So delete, remove marker, remove ceiling slot, and then we need to reorganize this. So first we want to populate the ceilings with ceiling slot, and we want to populate the ceiling with light slot. Let's bring this here. It doesn't matter how you do. You can even merge this in a single rule. And after that, we want to populate our lights. So we're going to bring this up. First, we want to populate the lights and then the ceilings around them. So I'm going to bring this up and then look for light slots. And if you do insert a light slot, get rid of the light slot and also get rid of the ceiling slot that we inserted here, so that the future rules down the road for populating these do not come in its place. Now let's go ahead and activate all of these. This is active. Let's activate this. Then let's activate this. So we're already seeing something here, and activate all of them. Very nice. So you see how these nicely work around the lights. So we have our lights populated, and then we have the ceilings around those, and it's starting to look really nice, and the scene is also illuminated. So this is not really a light. This mesh is just uses emissive material, and it lets Lumen illuminate it in a nice way. So you might have some dark patches, they get rid of it. And let's get rid of the debug square here. You don't even need to create these. Internally it will just do it, but it's great for visualization. And in the next video, we will look at populating the ground with props in a way that it does not obstruct our main path or the doors, and it's still playable.